back on the salon table. We have the electronics. Starting at this end, we have the pommel insert with the recharge port and the kill key. This LED mount and I guess you would say center cylinder here are designed to hide the wires. They go from the recharge port into the body of the saber because of the openings that we have in the milled pommel. This lines up perfectly inside, and you really don't see the LEDs themselves. You see them reflecting off of this device. This section is designed to spin free of the pommel until the very end of the installation, at which point I'll go ahead and slide the O-ring down and lock this into place. I'll also have to maybe put some fishing string around the O-ring so that should I have to open the back of the saber up, I can pull the O-ring out and allow the pommel to spin free, because there's certainly not enough wire here to unscrew anything if it was actually hard attached to the pommel. These LEDs light up when the kill key is pulled, and when the saber itself is fired up, they're almost completely off, which worked out really well. I thought I was going to have to do some resistors to get real close, but it turned out to work very well. We have the TCSS custom premium speaker. We have holes drilled in the mount here, firing back to get a little bit of sound up through the body of the saber. If 4.8 volt nickel metal hydride rechargeable batteries. This is my temporary tape attachment here just so that everything slides in together. We have a Hasbro Mall board, has a Pololu LV switching board because I am using a momentary non-illuminated switch with this saber. I had the Pololu on hand from my tune blade, and so I went ahead and used it. I replaced the stock clash sensor, mostly because I burned it up desoldering it. One of the things I wanted to do with this saber was to improve the clashability over my last one. So in addition to replacing the clash sensor, I also wired in an auxiliary clash switch. This momentary switch goes in the saber, held in place with a plastic ring, and then I can actuate the clash whenever I want to, separate from actually striking the saber. Have the crystal chamber that will sit inside the chamfered cutouts. The power wires for the main LEDs run through this area on the top and the bottom of this crystal chamber. Originally it had dual LEDs. Once I got the unit in and saw there was no room because of the copper heatsink, so instead of having a green and yellow bi-lit crystal, we have a single green crystal. And as I showed, the chrome non-illuminated momentary switch. I have a P4 white and the custom blade, custom blade plug made out of 1-inch safety green blade and the standard 3/4 inch blade plug, and then it's drilled. It has a mint blue color disc inside. I may change that, but that's part of my blade. So when I cut the blade down to length, I got the blade plug. I'm going to go ahead and pull the kill key. These are Makata Sai yellow and green accent LEDs sold from TCSS. And when we fire it up, we'll see that those LEDs pretty well disappear. We have the crystal chamber lit by another green accent LED. We have the P4 white. You can see the kind of mint blue color there at the top. I can pull that plug, maybe put a yellow in there instead. I thought that using the scraps from my cut down blade for a blade plug worked out pretty well. We have standard Sith sounds. And we have regular clash, and we have switched in switch clash. For some reason you don't get the secondary sound very often. Or when you do, it tends to stay that way. We'll see when we hit the switch that the lights should come back up. And they both stay lit until the kill key is inserted. And that is it for the electronics on this saber. And I guess we'll see it again when I have final assembly. My last couple of physical construction steps, including the set screw for the blade, are done. And unless I come up with something crazy, I think it's time to put it together. And I'll talk to you later.